Hey, we got Gel and Diablos. What is this? Is not. There we go. Let's make this a little bit more helpful. Antenna theory is correct, guys. So, oh, wow. Okay, I already done messed up. I'm not looking at all looking weird. Why are you not working? There we go. Give me back on the screen. Put me over this display capture. Right there. Yeah, put me down. Put me over here because we gotta see the. Is that right? Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. That should definitely be right. Okay. That scared the shit out of me. All right. Yeah, I forgot to put my face on the screen. My bad. So, what I'm cooking right now is I really think that everything with the antenna is from the Mimic timeline, right? Um, one of the first things, the gear rat enemy, like it has the antenna, it's a rat, and it has like a little gear on the bottom. That looks like the little wind-up toy that we see in the Secret of the Mimic trailer. That like that we use in the game. He like winds it up like he's gonna throw it. Um, and then there's Mendo, which would be like Mimic Endo, who has like the antenna, has the chest, the battery in the chest compartment. I think that like in Return to the yeah, and then like in Return to the Pit, I'm thinking that Oswald's how Oswald experiences time instantly, like how he sees himself as the sixth victim of the NCI, where he can see like a version of the loop where he prevents the MCI, or he could see like the chip of it, the chip route with or the Avengers route with the older chip in it. I think that's the same thing that we're seeing with these things in FNAF world, because um, like the crying child is seeing things from like the mimic timeline because his agony is able to experience that. Oh, oh, Diablos, that's one of my drops, bro. I don't got the Seagoon for you, dude, but I do have something for you. So Johnny Blocks was dropping one of the some of the previews for Tales of the Peachplex graphic novel, and look what Sub Mechanophobia has. Not the Seagoon, but that weird colossal squid right out of FNAF World, dude. Look, it's right there. It doesn't have a nose, but if it had a nose, I'd be picking it right now. But yeah, that was another big one that that's why I said mechanophobia up here. is because yeah, it has the squid from FNAF World in it. Like, how would the crying child know about that? The colossal, yes, sir. Like the crying child knows about the squid that's in Sub Mechanophobia that comes out in the time of security breach and stuff like that. Tales of the Pizzaplex. Decades after his death, he has to be experiencing time, just like just he has to not be experiencing time, just like Oswald when he was in the pit. And that's not the only thing, right? Like we see the gator that makes us think about Andrew and the Secret of the Mimic teasers of like the screenshots from the game. We saw the Green Gator, and then if we look at it, Happy Frog, who's from the same area, has the antenna, right? Look, boom, 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 antenna time, boom, boom, boom. Candy Cadet also has these antennas. I think Candy Cadet is also like back from Edwin's times of creations and stuff. We'll get to this. We'll get to this part later because this part's crazy. This part's wild. If you don't know what this is the Troll World. This is the Troll FNAF World Halloween update that Scott had released under like a different character called Lolhats. So what I'm thinking is that FNAF World, like I said, is the anti-particle universe because the crime child gets bit during the bite of 83, and whenever he's bit, it creates negatively charged agony. But because that negative charge agony is in his brain, the anti-particle mirrored flip side would be like happy. Oh, you're good, Joe. Hey, thank you for showing up, Joe. I appreciate you being here. I think that the flip side of that would be the happy and sunny, and I think that's why it's the Fredbear and Friends part of like the connection with the crime child, because that's what you like to watch. That's what he found his happiness in. I think he's seeing all these things not only through times, but even different continuities. Like say if the movie is a different continuity and you see dogfight in the game, you see Garrett's airplane. Like you could also like that would actually give like a logical explanation onto why we're able to see and Chipper, Chipper in FNAF World. Because if he's seeing across like multiple dimensions and stuff, where he could see things like in the movie, like dogfighting, Garrett having the plane, he'd be able to see other continuities from Scott Cawthon too, just like Chipper. Or even then, like going and seeing Scott Adam Dude himself, like all of that be explained by him being able to perceive things at different timelines. So we're gonna come to this now. I don't know if you guys can read this on the screen because it looks different for me than if you're viewing it. So this was the troll game, and in the troll game we have the Tangle, we have the prototype, just like FNAF World, right? We got Mad Endo, which this one also has a chest pack. The Mad Endo in the actual FNAF World, the boss doesn't. And this one kind of looks like Mendo without the antenna, but then Mendo and the Mad Endo also look different in FNAF World. Another one is the Mad Jack and the Big Jack, right? This is Jackie. Got Jackie, the Blob, yeah, the Blob, Glamrock Freddy. I don't know this one. I guess Scott like foresaw Andrew Pizza. And then the thing about this one is like in the end, the security bot looks different. It has an antenna, it has a camera for a face, and it also has a chest port for a battery. Like, look at its arms on how they're like, I don't want to say ephemeral because they're not like translucent or anything, but they are that like wavy, synthetic, watery shape. Kind of like how like the Mixus's waistline and stuff is. It's called security, and it's covering purple geist, which would be Absence Agony infecting something. Then we got mini purple guy. There you got upgraded like Zangle. You got the quad Indo, which is like the amalgamation, where they're fused and have extra arms. Or that's just how the crying child perceives the programming. If the Mimic One programming was around Afton at that time, which if he's the main character, if he's the protagonist, the secret of the Mimic, it makes sense. But then we have like the little crab guys, like Chillax. He has an antenna. Bubba and Big Patch, they both have the Mimic Endo's teeth. Like I was looking at it to make sure that it's not the Mimic Endo O2, which it's not anyways because it doesn't have the pointy sides of the head. But like the Mimic Endo O2 has like a thin line that goes back. No, this is just like the straight line of the square teeth. They have the Mimic teeth in FNAFWorld. And then Pigpatch in UCN, he has one green eye and one blue eye, just like the Tiger Rock and the Tiger Rock Plus in the Secret of the Mimic trailer. So I know I always see things in like terms of Andrew, right? But if we're looking at Ultimate Custom Night, if Andrew is the vengeful spirit, which I do believe he is, and he's perceiving things with one green and one blue eye, he could have knowledge of things around the Mimic time or like the Tiger Plus. And then with a Happy Frog having the antenna, then I'm seeing the Gator and the Secret of the Mimic teasers. But the mediocre melodies are tied to Andrew. And he's the winner of the Mimic cast. Someone put in Raito's Discord like a few days ago that every three FNAF games have ended with like the third and the sixth FNAF game have ended with fire. Secret of the Mimic would be the ninth game. It could end in fire. What is the game? The Secret of the Mimic is us learning more about Andrew and how he plays the game. Those people wanted to come to me. Really crazy. So, trying to see. Stanley. Isn't the name Stanley? Stanley the Unicorn? Or is it something else? I got the books right up there on the shelf. Just want to go through getting them out. So what I probably should do is just go ahead and grab them and then try to see if I can find anything with antennas. Nope, didn't mean to do that. Hmm. I have faith, Diablos. Andrew is somewhere out there. He's gonna come to us eventually. You can find the twisted ones. Do the twisted ones have antennas? Does that even matter? Aren't they just like seen? There's like, wait a second, wait. I love this happening. Another book. Also, it's weird that like Fazbear never had his hat off before. And then in the screen of the prototype I sent to the nervous thing, he has like one. He has two rods sticking up. Which is, what if those were antennas that the hat's covering up? Mm, could have been used for Ned Bear and Orville too. Oh, yeah. If Charlotte was supposed to die when she was 3 in 1983, it's supposed to be like the crying child in the book. No, because she was intentionally killed. I guess. Um, yeah, but much more actors. Yeah, I just flipped through them all and looked. I couldn't find any. Oh, the med kits, those have antennas. Those could be in relation to Dolly. Yes, we guys I didn't talk about those yet. The bites could have antennas. Like there's the bees that you get at the beginning of the game. They have antennas, and we have the bee animatronic in the background in the secret of the minute trailer. There's the med kit, and we got Dolly. What's cooking? I'm on the menu. I'm always on the menu. So, Cross, if you haven't been a part of the FNAF World stuff, there's different enemies that have antennas in FNAF World, like these antennas on Happy Frog or Candy Cadet. And these enemies, here's Johnny Blox's X, where he has this little guy from FNAF World, the Colossal, showing he's it's in the submechanophobia of the Tales graphic novels. Oh yeah, the bites. Look at the FNAF World bites. That have antennas. Let's see if we can connect him. So it's just the bees, the med kits. It's just the bees, the med kits, and the eyes that have antennas. I mean, the eyes should be a direct reference to the importance of the mimic eyes. Which, by the way, there's the mimic ball in FNAF World 2. It also has this activating antenna on top of it. And every time it mimics something, the antenna activates. So I think that the crime child cross is experiencing all time instantly, like how Oswald in Return to the Pig was able to see like the chip ending and stuff like that. And I think the things with antennas and stuff all refer to like the past mimic times. Which I guess would be confirmed if we do actually play as Afton in Secret of the Mimic. Well, like we got the bee animatronic, and then there's the bees with on the bikes with the antennas, the med kits for Dolly. The eyes could line up with the mimic's eyes just being special. The crime trial, like also in FNAF World, is the dog fight, the plane, and it's literally like Garrett's plane from the movie. Well, I think FNAF World is the anti-particle of the negative agony created with the crime child is big. I think the Candy Cadet is back from the past, and I think it's storytelling. Candy Cadet and the storyteller. Freaking duh. I feel like I really should have got that. I really should have got that Candy Cadet part much, much sooner. I feel like a dummy. There's also how like I think that he's seeing across time um is like there's the prototype enemy in FNAF World. This is the Halloween update. But like their security like mixes the security bot actually looked like this and it has like the wavy body parts kind of like Mixus has his waist. There's the Mad Jack, which is like Jackie, even from the Troll game. And then dang, there's also in the original release trailer for FNAF World, the prototype was orange and purple. So that's definitely like the crying child seeing Glamrock Freddy. Could explain like if the crying child's in Glamrock Freddy, that could be like the I am not me, it's being mimicked or something. Because there's also cross. You're new. We talked about this earlier. You're not new, but you're new to this stream. Um, we talked about this earlier. There's the gear rat in FNAFWorld. It also has an antenna. And then in Secret of the Mimic, you have the rat that you gear up and throw. So like, what if all of these are like actual time impressions that the crying child sees? Again, just like how the crying child saw Chip and returned to the pit. They're not crying. Wow. How Oswald saw Chip and returned to the pit. Well, yeah, Cross. That's what I'm thinking too. That he saw some things from like Mimic stuff, from like not Mimics. I guess that's a stupid way to put it. He saw some things from like Murray's costume manner while Afton was transitioning and stuff. Well, I guess Fazbear Entertainment existed already if he was working on a Chica. Edwin was working on a Chica. So the crime child could have known about them even before the Mimic. The not the Mimic itself, but even yeah, even before the Mimic itself, because the Mimic was made after he was bought out by Fazbear ENT. That's whenever he went through and made the Mimic to help watch David because he was getting busy. I don't know if y'all could see that on the stream, but if you can, you just saw like some debate stuff going on. Oh no, I'm in front of it. Yay! I don't think it's a stretch, right? Because he doesn't even need to have. To be honest, like we can go back into it, just like how Oswald didn't have memory of Chip and stuff. He doesn't need to have the memory of it. The crime child's agony would just need to be in the same vicinity as someone else's agony that was from that time. That way, whenever they're both moving at the speed of light, they're not experiencing time. The crime child's agony is directly experiencing the agony from the past. And since agony is embedded in memory, he would be able to see the memory of the past. Just how like Chip was able to see the MCI and stuff. I don't think the toys are mimic clones. And like, to be honest, let's talk about that assertion. Where exactly do we get that the mimic endo was mass produced? Like I know it was probably like redesigned and reused with the Endo O2. But other than that, like we see the endoskeletons. Where's this redesigned mimic endoskeleton other than the Endo O2 maybe? And where is it being mass produced at? So I don't really like that theory because like I think like there's only one mimic. I think the mimic AI program causes influences on other things. Um, makes this I don't know, man. Let's play with that for a little. Let's try to solve what makes this stands for. Right? So right off the bat, I'm gonna give one of my interpretations of it. U N E X. I think this X stands for location, which is pretty common. And then at the end, the help wanted to update. You type in something into it, and then the van drives off, and then it starts off with the secret of the minute trailer, where the van's pulling up. So I do think that the X stands for like something to do with location. I think S is either going to be security or system. That means I think E has a couple potentials. I think one of them is going to be executive, especially if it's a system, right? Like if something was like in location, like something with a location executive system, that could be something used to find something for sure. Would M stand for something as simple as like map? That's out of like in the entirety of the spirit of the names with these segregations. Oh, I also think it's going to be, this is also be extracting. We have like Murray's, kind of like his, because his inventions do start with M. You know, white shadows just would make it where it would look like the virtual reality. We were what you're trying to say, Diablos. Are you saying because they cast a shadow that they real like if they had like a yeah? Are you saying that if they cast a shadow then they're not VR? Uh, it's kind of like Gibby Four Homestead's McKay theory that he likes so much. Maybe there's like an and in here, and it's like Murray's locate and extract system. Nothing. It's still system, right? Well, yeah, it's a flip side universe, my guy. It's gonna be flipped. Then the one to locate and extract isn't Murray's, but it's defining what's being located and extract. It's like Lang's locator and extraction system. And it's locating and extracting whatever the M initial is. Holy fucking shit! The mimic locate and extract system. That's that's gonna be my best guess. That's what I'm locking it in right now. That's my guess of what it's gonna be called. It's gonna be the mimic locate and extract system. Because just like in Secret of the Mimic, you're going to locate and extract the mimic back. Damn. Why did I look at that way too fucking long? Alright. I'm gonna head it into the echelons of FNAF theory that we solve this with yellow wood. I'm totally gonna lie. Working on the new name, cat. That's what I'm guessing, man. That is what I am going to lock in. We're gonna find it out in Secret of Night too. We're gonna go back right at the beginning of the game. Part of the tutorial is gonna be using it. You're gonna open it up like on one of the first few pages. It's gonna say the mimic locate and extract system. Or it's gonna be like near like the middle end of the game, like right whenever we're finding the mimic, we have to figure out how to capture it. That's when they. That's crazy. I'm gonna go throw that on Reddit just so people can scream at me. Tell me how dumb it is. I'm gonna be on and off. You're good. I'm about to go to bed. It's okay. I've been doing this for an hour, which is longer than what I even planned. I was planning on just putting everything out there, and then I just kept going and going. I am gonna be doing streams on and off on Wednesday the 28th because it's my birthday. So while I have free time, I'll be hopping on. We'll be playing games with the audience, with you guys. There's gonna be prizes available. Um, so be ready for that. Spread the word. Mrs. Chum is actually working on getting some ocean hats made. You know, like Terry Chum is gonna have like jump in the ocean on the back. She's trying to have it done by my birthday, but she came and let me know that the place she's going through isn't gonna have it done, which is okay. You can't get mad at her if she gets delayed like that. It happens. I want it done right, not done quick. Well, thank you guys for joining me. We all just solved mixes together. It's never going to matter because no one's ever going to pay attention. Although TV Reads actually commented on one of my videos, kind of made my nipple hard. I was like, holy shit. He was congratulating me on passing 1,000 subs. It's like, I don't. think it really counts because like it's not like my videos are consistently doing good. I just had like two good ones. Like the GTF one and the latte one are really the only reason I'm so okay, I guess. Those two did more than anything else by like multitudes. That's all right. We're gonna get quantum agony out there though. That's gonna happen. Thank you guys for joining me. Y'all go to bed. Y'all sure y'all got work and stuff tomorrow. Oh, someone just came in. I don't know who just came in, but you just solved us. You just missed us solving the Mix's name, which isn't even the whole point of this. It's supposed to be tying up the incentive period. Isn't like what the bear trap thing. They did say that there's going to be a lot of characters with the Dawko and Steel Wool interview. They said there's going to be a ton of characters in the game. So I would be surprised if there was like a bear trap in it. Okay, I'm getting out of here.